Life is a constant struggle in all sense. It's a struggle with our desires. It's a struggle for daily survival. We have to provide, and there is so much demand from us in all aspects. We need to be present for our spouse. We have to be supportive. We have to show our emotion. We have to take care of them. We have the bills that come every month. We have responsibility towards all the relationships, from spouse to our kids to our parents. And it's there because we are capable of doing all that. Yeah, there is stress, especially in the West, and the kind of lifestyle we have, but we manage somehow, and we try to be there for everyone in every sense. And for some, they look at it as a blessing because you have a spouse, you work hard towards, keeping a good relationship, but you have that spouse. At the end of the day, you come home to your spouse, you come home to see your kids. And we should always look at it in a positive sense, that these are all blessings. What if I didn't have anybody in this world and I was all by myself? In fact, there's a lot of people, especially Americans and Canadians, where they don't have any family. We shouldn't take things for granted. We have a lot of blessing in family that we have, but we can also increase the blessing if we pay a little bit more attention towards how we act, how we behave. And we can also bring more barakah in our life, more blessing, whether it's financially, whether it's emotionally. If we always acknowledge the existence of God, the presence of God, and how much He has blessed us with all the things that He has given us. And we shouldn't get carried away that we always need to have a better, comfortable life. Because no matter what kind of life you live, it's not always comfort. There's always a problem that comes along. Could be health problem, could be relationship problem. A lot of things but it all passes as long as we use our mind and use our soul and know that we have the capability of fixing a lot of problems. And our capability that we have, it is a blessing. We have the intelligence, we have the physical capability. And in short, look at the cup half full, not half empty. What you have and how much you have of it, count that blessing. Don't think of somebody else who's more successful than you in life, because every person have their own life, their own history, their own everything is different. Every person have a different life. If we don't just be materialistic, material is there. I mean, the house is a material, clothes, everything I have, all that stuff that's sitting here, they are material. It is a part of life. I'm not saying, just leave everything and go live in a forest. I'm saying we shouldn't forget our connection beyond the physical aspect. Our soul is as real as our physical existence. If you have a little bit of everything, acknowledgement of everything, a little bit, overall, our life would be a lot better. Our life would be full. But if you have focus on the material side of life, trust me, you could have multiple houses, money, everything, but your soul would be starving. And that is why we need to be connected in all aspects, just like relationships. There's friends who are a different kind of relationship. There's spouse that's different. There's your kids, parents. Every relationship is different. You cannot compare it with each other. Same with life. Like, you can't have just be present here and just not think of beyond this physical existence. If you reflect, there are so many questions that come into our minds, and the more questions you have, a curious question would not leave you alone. If a question comes in your mind you don't know the answer to, you would search for the answer. And that is one of the things that we are missing a lot in this day and age, that the life is so full of busyness, like time scheduling is so hard. But we can think of having a schedule for everything and having yourself that 15 minutes, that half an hour, just to purely reflect, take out all this world, get out of this world in your mind, leave what you have, leave the physical thing, leave what kind of life you want or whatever, that is still just physical. Try to get out of it, and you will start seeing extremely deeper questions. And that is an exercise for your soul. When you have a deeper questions, your soul wants to know the answers for them. And when you start doing that, you will have a spirituality that'll be completely different, that you didn't have before in your life. And what it does is it gives us extra strength, extra will, extra patience. We start feeling full. We start feeling happy and thankful to the Creator. But we have to acknowledge His existence constantly. It can be every minute of your life, but a few times in a day, you have 30 seconds, just ponder, count your blessing. It is not that hard, but we haven't adapted to that kind of life, because the lifestyle we have is rush. Even getting stuck in the traffic, you don't have patience because you're running out of time. But what kind of time, If we keep that schedule, we will always be running out of time until our actual lifeline, our time in this world, ends suddenly and abruptly. And then it's beyond you. It's beyond you. You won't be able to come back and reflect or think. If you had a lot of blessings today and you were ignorant of it, and you're not counting your blessings, and something happens to you, you've died in an ignorant existence. And accountability is precise, because it's not another judge sitting and judging you. It is your very, very creator, your creator of entire existence. So these are not something you can just ignore and just live out our life. Reflect on these. Till next time.